The government's travel ban on those coming from countries like the United Arab Emirates and Oman is taking an emotional toll on Filipino workers. But how can the government respond to their plight? Well, our Rex Remitio reports.
Doreen Resubal was supposed to return home from the United Arab Emirates. She was terminated after her company needed to downsize due to the impact of COVID-19. Doreen had already sent all of her remaining salaries to her family in the Philippines. But because of the government's travel ban on those coming from UAE, she has no idea how she can get by in the coming days.
Kasi sa totoo lang din po, medyo na-stress ka na rin, lalo na nung nalaman mo, ano na naman, travel ban na naman. So hindi mo na naman alam kung kailan ka uuwi. Tapos ilang taong ka na din, dalawang magkasunod na taong ka hindi nakauwi, hindi ka nakauwi sa pamilya mo.
Her original flight schedule was in April, but was postponed twice due to the travel ban. At first, she relied on her side hustle as a teaching assistant to make ends meet. But schools in UAE are about to go on a summer break, which means she has no one to tutor on. That's why for now, she's forced to rely on the support of other Filipinos in UAE. Aside from food, she's also worried where to get the money to buy medicines for her asthma.
Yun po yung malaking question sa mga susunod na araw. Kung matatagalan pa po ito, paano po kami?
Oman-based Melissa Obsequio, meanwhile, was also supposed to fly back to the Philippines. She was already at the airport with her baggage when she learned her flight was cancelled.
Dapat i-lift na nila yung ban na yun eh. Kasi madami po kami gustong-gusto namin umuwi. Hindi po kami makamauwi kasi ganyan po. Palagi po silang ban ng ban.
It saddens Melissa so much because it means her wedding set for June 13th will be postponed. She and her fiancé are also saving money so they can buy their own house and a boat for their livelihood. Now, it seems Melissa has no choice but to use some of their savings so she can survive while waiting for the resumption of flights to Manila.
Pag nanunuklay nga ako, kayo na kung lagasan ng mga buhok ko. Dati hindi naman ganito maglagas ang buhok ko eh.
The Overseas Workers Welfare Administration says the travel ban is necessary to prevent the entry to the country of the COVID variant first discovered in India. Aside from UAE and Oman, also included in the travel ban are Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bangladesh. The government is also continuously repatriating distressed overseas Filipinos, and they can reach out to the Philippine Embassy if they want to join a repatriation flight.
Sinasaayos na po itong mga mass repatriation efforts at huwag po kayong mag-alala at tutulong po tayo. Ang hotline natin ay 1348, 1348.
Psychotherapist James Franco meanwhile says Doreen and Melissa can do something to reduce their stress.
Yung unang kalaban kasi din dyan yung konsepto na dapat hindi ko to ginagawa, bakit ko to ginagawa? And at the end, it becomes frustrating. It could be a time for reflection, it could be a time for you to start a new goal.
In the end, Doreen and Melissa believe they can't do anything on things they have no control. All they can do is to hope they can be with their loved ones soon.
So far naman, kaya. Laban lang.
Antay ka lang. Makakauwi din ako. Kaya natin to.
Rex Remitio, CNN Philippines.